Do you ever look at old artwork and wonder what it would look like if you were to draw it today? Well, that's what I'm doing in this video. I drew this Red Riding Hood piece in 2016 and today I'm gonna draw it again. Thankfully, I was able to find the same reference I used back then. It'll be fun to see the difference. I did a few concept sketches to figure out what I wanted to do with the background. In the 2016 version, the composition is really weird. I literally cut off half of the face. I kept the composition somewhat similar, but I didn't cut off any of the face. Because of that, I didn't have as much space for the background as I anticipated. I decided the paw prints would work best. I sketched the outlines off camera and transferred it to the paper I wanted to use. In this case, that's mixed media paper. I use color for the outlines because it blends in nicely with the colored pencils. I'm still very new to the whole filming and editing thing. I tried to use mostly natural light, but because of that, the lighting is a tad inconsistent. I apologize. I also forgot to turn off the autofocus for most of it. This video might be slightly visually chaotic. The person I'm drawing is the character Ruby or Red Riding Hood from Once Upon a Time. I used to be obsessed with that show. It was such a big part of my life, especially from the ages 15 to 18. I even went to a convention and met some of the cast. Ones will always have a special place in my heart. I even met my best friend through Once Upon a Time. I've done a few different ones related drawings over the years, especially between 2015 and 2017. On TikTok, I showed a few of my 2016 pieces and asked people to pick one to be redrawn. I think literally everyone picked a Ruby one, so that's what we're doing. If you're any type of artist or creative, I highly recommend doing this challenge sometime. I found it to be an interesting exercise. When I started the 2020 piece, I was genuinely nervous I would make some of the same mistakes I did in 2016. Even if I have years more drawing experience and probably have the skill to not make those mistakes now. The one thing I was especially worried about messing up was the neck. In the 2016 version, it looks like she has a really long neck. I even tried to add some shading to make it look like part of it is chest area. It didn't really work. Thankfully, I don't think I repeated that mistake, and she doesn't look like a human giraffe hybrid. I actually did mess up at one point. I drew the nose too small and didn't realize until I had colored it. I had to erase the nose and try again. I'm very grateful for my electric eraser, which erases colored pencil pretty well. I thought I recorded the process of me erasing and redrawing, but I guess I didn't. Like I said in the beginning, I'm still new to all of this. I usually work in a lot of light layers, building them up gradually until I'm happy with the color. Oftentimes the pencil starts to blend and smooth out as you add more layers. But for the last layer, you'll need to add a bit more pressure to the pencil to get that smooth look. Right now you're watching me color the neck, which I feel like isn't that interesting. Honestly, if any of this is boring, or I'm very open to hearing it. I already know that next time I'm gonna make sure the lighting is more consistent and to turn off autofocus. Okay, alright, we're starting the hair, which, oh my god, was such a challenge. There is so much of it. She has so much hair. So much hair. I always feel like drawing hair can get a bit repetitive. I always get to a point where I'm over it. I just want to be done, especially while I'm drawing the hair. One night I actually stayed up till 2 AM just to finish the hair because, oh my god, I just needed it to be done. That might not sound like a good decision, but believe me, it was. I needed to do that for my mental well-being because I was over it. Okay, that's enough complaining about drawing hair. I do actually like how the hair came out in the end. It's not my best hair, it's not my worst hair, but I guess the hours of wanting to be done and being over it were worth it in the end. But I definitely understand why 2016 me cut off the entire right side of the hair. I get it. I tried to work in a way that made sure I didn't smudge the drawing with my hand. Colored pencil doesn't tend to smudge a lot, but it can a little bit, especially the darker colors. Which is why there's a piece of paper on the right side of the drawing at this point, just to rest my hand on, so it doesn't rest on the drawing itself. I really enjoyed doing these little pieces of hair that were covering the face. It just made such a big difference to how the drawing looked, and it was really satisfying to see it get done. And I hope you think it's satisfying too. I definitely do. She actually has a few reddish streaks in her hair, and drawing those were pretty fun, especially in the little hair swirlies you see me working on now. It was really fun to add that little pop of color with all the brown. I'm finally done with the hair and started working on the hood, because it's Red Riding Hood. You know, it's in the name. She has a hood. Okay, anyway, that's what we're working on now, and I do apologize for the focusing issue. I hope it's not too annoying. I'm sorry if it is. In the original 2016 version, there was text on the left side, and I decided I would add text to this one too, just to kind of get that book cover vibe. I think it worked pretty well, especially with the watercolor background I added, which I forgot to film because of course I did. Time to peel the tape and we're done. Overall, I'm pretty happy with the result. You can definitely see a lot of improvement. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.